was still working on the pole. So in that process, I got electrocuted. That was June 3rd, 2022. I already summoned the courage. Okay, life goes on. There's nothing I want to do. I start thinking from now till next year, the ants won't come back. My name is Samuel Dugbeson. I studied computer network and cybersecurity in school, but due to this Nigeria no job or stuff, I went into this electrical stuff. Yeah, I was once a NEPA staff. So June 3rd, 2022, while at work, I was working on an 11 kV voltage, which they call as high tension. So it was during the process while working, we went to turn off light ourselves. So the operator in charge of on and offing of light, possibly he said he forgot or whatever. And meanwhile, there's something we do call rack and tag while we off light. So for him to rack out for us to go and work, to now go back and rack in and restore the supply without us coming back to say, okay, we are done working. But even if that we are done working, we went back to restore the light, and I was still working on the pole. So in that process, I got electrocuted. That was June 3rd, 2022. So after everything all done, I was rushed down to a nearby hospital, which is Crystal Specialist at Akomojo. They said they can't handle my case there, but they gave me first aid, so I was transferred to Bagada. When I got to Bagada said that okay, this is more than what they can handle, so I was transferred to Igbobi Orthopedic. So when I got there, I was at the emergency for some time. To cut the story short, they said okay, for me to leave, my hands had to go. On the norms, at first, I said it's not possible. Because how can a young guy like me live without hands? But they were like, that's the only solution for me to be alive. When my mom came, they were like, Olusa, don't you want to keep on seeing me again? I was like, but it's not possible for me to live without arms now. The doctor then, they were like, okay, don't worry. Before you leave Igbobi, you use prosthetics, stuff like that, to try to convince me to put my consent in them to amputate it. My guys still came, were like, Sammy, how far now? That hand is not you get. So after everything, I later said, okay, you can go ahead. And the doctors too, they were also trying to, okay, let's see if one hand can still survive. So they did the amputation 3 times. They first of all go with my left hand. They cut it halfway. Okay, thinking maybe that remaining half will survive so they can add stump later on. They left so on the 7th was the first amputation of the left one. So after like 2 days, they said, okay, the right is not healing up, so the right two has to go. So they had to take off the right, all. So they take it off on the 9th. Thinking, okay, maybe the left will heal up, but still yet it is not healing. So they have to come out. They have to take it off like the right one, because it's already getting infected. I know the left is very close to the heart, so it's already getting infected. So they have to just take it off And so since then, that was June 11, 2022. I went after some days in the ICU because I used like 19 days or 20 some days in the 20 days in the ICU. I was being transferred to the ward. After a while, July 6, I was discharged because my injury it healed up easily. So the suture patch started closing, so I can go in and come back for dressing of stuff like that. So since July, I've been at home, living one day at a time. After like a year and some months that I've been at home, I was called back to work and stuff like that. After a month being at work, it's a flight that is there, so my appointment was terminated. So they just give me all my gratitude as a staff with them. So and since then, though after my accident, I own a cyber cafe. But though you know how cafe is nowadays, not like before. So, but at least life goes on. And also looking up to God for Him to have spared my life shows there is something in stock out there for me to still do on this earth. So and since then I've been managing, hoping, and at least looking up to Him, because He alone can do it. I'm this type of person that okay, I accepted the fact easily and move on with life. Because I didn't accept it, I won't use 1 month in the hospital before I'll be discharged. So they said okay, I already summoned the courage. Okay, life goes on. There's nothing I want to do. I start thinking from now till next year, the ants won't come back. So there's no reason for me to start being moody or start feeling depressed. I just take it up like that. Life goes on.